I see. I had to clear out a lot of clips yesterday. I think I did like 7 or 8 Instagram posts. I've gone ahead and I've basically cleared out all of my clips from Metal Gear Solid 2 and 1 because I had a fuckload of them. It's actually no, let me check something. I can't see exactly what the numbers were anymore. Fucking for Metal Gear Solid 1, I still have another 4 gigabytes left. Holy shit. Wait, really? Okay, I actually took more clips for both Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 2 than I did for Final Fantasy 7 Remake. That's fucking crazy. Combine them and you get as many clips as I took for Rebirth. What the fuck was I doing? I don't know. I don't know why I took that many fucking clips of the game, but I did. I took a lot. A lot of them just random codec conversations, really, I think. Granted, uh, my Metal Gear Solid 1 clips, it's still 4.68 gigabytes, but that's because I have two 15-minute clips, and then one 3-minute clip, and then I have 7 more 30 to 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute clips. Um, so yeah, that's why it still takes a lot of storage. It's so annoying how the PlayStation 5 is so bad at storage management. It is so fucking bad. It is so obnoxious. But yeah, I've cleared out. Is that all of my Metal Gear Solid 2 clips? Oh shit, literally all of them. Yeah, so I get rid of all of my Metal Gear Solid 2 clips. Um, I made a discovery. So of course YouTube cut out because YouTube is incompetent, or because PlayStation. I don't know whose fault it is, but it's someone's fault. Um, for Metal Gear Solid 1, they cut out everything in my stream past the point where I switched my controller with Psycho Mantis. And I think that's why, because I switched controller input. I think that's why it cut off a stream. Why? Why does switching my controller input affect a stream? I don't fucking know, but it did. I think that was it. So regardless, I lost all of my Metal Gear Solid 1 playthrough past Psycho Mantis. Not even past Psycho Mantis, past the beginning of Psycho Mantis. Yeah. So lost the vast majority of Metal Gear Solid 1's playthrough, which is unfortunate. So that's why I'm hanging on to some of the clips still. Um, I mean, yeah, up to that point, I only had 3 hours in the game, I think, up to that point. And then we did what? It was like a 10 or 11 hour stream. Yeah, it was about, almost like an 11-hour stream. Yeah. So I pretty much played 80% of the game in one stream, and that entire stream got cut out, which is really unfortunate. Then for Metal Gear Solid 2, we played that game over 3 streams. Each of them were like 4 to 5 hours. For some reason, the second stream just got completely cut. It completely axed. I don't know what happens to it. YouTube just fucking deleted it because they fucking felt like it. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong with that. There's no controller fuckery I did. YouTube just fucking deleted the second part of my Metal Gear Solid 2 playthrough. Well, that's fine. I think that was the least eventful one of the 3 streams, I suppose. But I think that does lose the Fat Man footage, but at least I clipped all of that. Thankfully, the part which it deleted, the stream which it deleted, was also a part where I took most clips, I think. So I didn't really lose anything. And I mean, I've deleted all the clips now anyway. Um, what else is there to say about that matter? I mean, yeah, this is really annoying. Let's hope they don't do it again. Regardless, I'm really excited for this. I mean, now if you looking at this image, I feel like in this game, I think in this game we are not playing as Solid Snake. I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't know. This is probably actually a Metal Gear game that I know the least about. 1964. I thought it was the 70s. It's the fucking 60s. Oh, fuck. Covers Virtuous Mission, never heard of that, and Operation Snake Eater. Detailing how a man codenamed Naked Snake earned the title Big Boss. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, well, that's... Quite frankly, I would have rather figured that out as I got into a game. Thanks, Konami. Naked Snake earned the title Big Boss. I'd heard Naked Snake before. Fucking naked. In addition to hiding in shadows, players can use uniforms and face paint as camouflage to blend in their surroundings. Alright, so there's a little bit of a Metal Gear Solid 5 development also coming in again. It says somewhere... Where does it say when the game released? 1974, 1975. What happened then? European, English. Alright. So what do I know about this game? Things like, in Metal Gear Solid 1, I was pretty sure Psycho Mantis was Metal Gear Solid 1, but I was also thinking he could be Metal Gear Solid 2. No, it was Metal Gear Solid 1, Psycho Mantis was. So I knew Psycho Mantis, I knew Liquid Snake was a character that existed, and I knew he was a villain. I didn't really know what he looked like, but that's all I knew. I knew Ocelot was, don't know he was in Metal Gear Solid 1. No, I didn't know Ocelot was in Metal Gear Solid 1, but I knew Ocelot was a persistent character throughout the series. And I knew Solid Snake was in Metal Gear Solid 1. Metal Gear Solid 2, I knew Raiden would take over after Snake got put in a microwave, which didn't actually happen, and I'm wondering where that came from. I'm pretty sure it was Maxor that said it. It might be referring to something else which happens. Yeah. Something I am... Yeah, so this game, all I know is... I know the cutscenes that I've seen from the remake. I'm pretty sure there's yet another torture sequence in this game, because of fucking course there is. We're in the jungle, I think. And there's a woman who is boss. I have a feeling she will be dead by the end of the game. I'm pretty sure there's a shot of Metal Gear Solid... I don't know if it's Metal Gear Solid 3 or Metal Gear Solid 4, but I'm pretty sure there's a shot of someone dead in like a bed of... like a field of flowers, and the camera's pulling away and it's all sad. I remember seeing that in like 2013. Because that's how my brain remembers things. Very fucking great. I'm very thankful for my brain functioning this way. Actually, is that a boss in the background there, on the left? On the back left? Or is that just Snake, but different? It's hard to tell. Can't really see the beard. So in this game we play as Big Boss. Then Metal Gear Solid 5 plays fake Big Boss. Then Metal Gear Solid 5 ends with fake Big Boss in Outer Heaven, I believe, getting killed by Solid Snake in Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Which I'm surprised, though, that's a very important story detail, I would think. I'm surprised that people do say, yeah, don't bother with Metal Gear 2. It seems like it's a quite important setup for the rest of the story. But the main thing I'm excited for in this game, quite frankly, is just like to see how the game further modernizes itself. So I was really impressed with how developed Metal Gear Solid 2 was. It took every boss fight which fucking sucked in Metal Gear Solid 1 and gave them massive blow-ups and turned them from okay or bad to some of my favorite boss fights I've ever done in games. I loved them; they were brilliant. Every boss fight but Olga was brilliant in Metal Gear Solid 2. Olga fucking sucked. Olga was the worst fight in the entire series so far, but otherwise, every fight was brilliant in Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm excited to see how this game could go even better than that. I'm excited to see his stealth mechanics develop even further. I'm excited to see the beginning of Big Boss's character. But possibly the main thing I'm actually excited about is I know that the remake might as well be considered a remaster, because I believe the remake, at least for the cutscenes, is 1-to-1. It is exact. It's just new graphics. I think the gameplay has options to be slightly different, but you can also play it just like the original if you want. I'm quite curious as to why I picked this game to remake, considering it released in 2008, I think. There's a lot of debate as to if Halo 3 needs an anniversary. A lot of people think 2007 is fine, it's recent enough. We'll see what we think of this. I would definitely say Metal Gear Solid 1 is in more dire need, because Metal Gear Solid 1 actually suffers from being an old game and has some really big problems, which a remake could fix. Because those problems really sour the experience, and the remake could be highly beneficial. We'll see about this game. Will I play the remake when it comes out? I don't know. It depends how much I like this game. If this ends up being like my favourite Metal Gear game, then maybe I will get a remake. Otherwise, I'll probably just like watch cutscenes on YouTube. It's just like, what's the point? The remake is probably going to cost £70. These 3 games cost me £30. Right? I am not paying 2.3 recurring times the price that I spent on these 3 games for a remake of this one, which isn't even a remake, it's a graphical remaster, basically. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. Right? I think that's quite frankly unreasonable. Anyway, let's get in. It's the title screen. I saw this from Young Ye talking about it. Still says a Hideo Kojima game on it. We got peace symbols. When did Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker release? I don't know how important that game is to the series. Is it just a spin-off? Is it part of a mainline story? Like, again, it doesn't have a number next to it, so that would make me think it's not very important. Look, that's the thing. I'm feeling like Metal Gear Solid 4 is going to reveal, or even maybe this game, will reveal that Big Boss faked his death. And then Metal Gear Solid 5 was made to show how he faked that death, with the ending twist thing, which happens. So we've got a lot of peace symbols and aeroplanes. Ooh. Fucking hell, 60s, alright. Blood, own view, camera mode. Real-time cutscenes, special. Throw, chokehold, threaten, slit throat, human shield, throw hold up. Sounds like we're getting closer to Metal Gear Solid 5. That's the thing, it's lovely to see how they took the same mechanics which were established all the way back in Metal Gear Solid 1, maybe even in Metal Gear Original, and they just developed on them until they got the fucking gameplay masterpiece that is Metal Gear Solid 5. I say what you want about Metal Gear Solid 5's story, but the gameplay of Solid 5 is perfected. I like Metal Gear Solid 2. Okay. Once again, I don't know what effect difficulty is going to have on this game. For Metal Gear Solid 1, choosing normal was a massive fucking mistake. We should have picked easy. For Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 2 was generally a bit easy, but like, I'm still scared that we're going to go on normal and then every fucking boss is going to be a massive bullet sponge. And even there was some points in Metal Gear Solid 2 where we did have some scary moments. Um, like for example, Metal Gear Ray. I think I might not have made Metal Gear Ray if I was on a higher difficulty, or at least not made it on first try.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East
Is
and
that still
West.
David Hayter?
This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Is that true that the East and West kind of division only really became official after World War II? That sounds a little bit weird. I would suppose they mean like the formality of viewing it as two different sides, maybe. I actually watched a movie about Tom Hanks' film about the Afghan-Soviet War last night, set throughout the 1980s, which of course is actually the war which Metal Gear Solid 5 is involved in.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
So Foxhound is an old organization, man. We got 3 writers this time.
Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Is that Boss?
Panty waist know what he's doing?
Or what? With the hairs or...
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Can we get a better look at you, please? I don't want to say who you are if I'm going to be wrong. It'll be cringe. Or if it's just fucking Raiden somehow just back in time.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
There's the badass shot which I'm waiting for, which is the fellas as they're about to dive out of plane. Which just looks gorgeous in remake shots. They knew it looked sexy, they're showing off that shot. There it is, there's that shot, yeah. I need to turn the game down again, it's just a quiet cutscene.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius.
I really should learn to speak slower, because I realise I'm watching my clips back, you cannot understand what the fuck I'm saying. Do I care enough? No.
Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
Again, my streams are mainly for archival purposes, they are not to entertain.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
World's first Halo jump? Really? I don't know what fuck Halo jump necessarily means, I just know, you know, what? For fuck's sake. Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise did it. The behind the scenes for that was crazy. Watch that. It's really interesting. They actually had none of that seamless CGI. They actually had a guy jump out of a plane with a camera on. It was crazy. That's how we got this scene as well, isn't it? Oh, crazy. Are you supposed to roll like that? I don't think you're supposed to roll like that. I've already taken one clip. Also, of course, the moment I started streaming, I got a bunch of phlegm in my throat or something. Fuck's sake.
Jack, I've got some important news.
Jack? Oh,
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't.
Why is the audio quiet?
Right.
I need to turn it up.
So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that
What
carried
the
Yuri
fuck was
Gagarin
that
to
thing?
orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also
Snake,
to be
can you
taken safely
speak
to
a
the
little bit
west.
louder?
We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th,
Also watched a film about this recently.
President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of
With
deploying
Benedict
intermediate-range
Cumberbatch.
ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles.
Alright, this
Sometime he
game is
announced a
going to be
naval
very
blockade
political,
to
isn't
prevent
it?
Further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
So where does the real world history
At the time, we
end
had
and
no
the
idea.
Metal Gear begin?
We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision.
I imagine this guy's just completely made up.
So what
Probably
kind of
inspired
weapon is
by
it?
some real
Something
people.
to do with space rockets?
From what I know.
No. Missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba.
Also, I'm pretty sure each Metal Gear game is longer than the last. So I think this game's going to be longer than Metal Gear
According to our
Solid 2.
intelligence, he's in Selino Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility.
Do your genes
This is
dictate
our
your
last
voice?
chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Is that how vocal cords work? Also, I'm home alone and my doggy is right next to me, so I don't know if that's probably going to cause some inconveniences at some point. The moment the game gets past these cutscenes, I'm going to try to... fuck me.
Listen up, Jack.
See if I can turn
Your
up
mission
for
is to
volume.
infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
Don't you think this could start
Once
some
we
shit
confirm
though?
the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped
Fulton
into the
extraction?
balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes.
Is it
Once it's
Fulton?
complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air
Yeah.
recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
That's
Take
cute.
it easy. It's been combat-proof.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
I'm wondering what
you'll
fuck
be
Operation
eating
Snake
dinner,
Eater's going to be.
breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
So Operation Snake Eater sounds like, you know, they want to kill Snake. So I'm very curious as to... So we're starting on a virtuous mission, or whatever it's called. And then is this going to develop into Operation Snake Eater? Brilliant. Right, so we are Snake, it's just he has kind of greyish hair, it seems, maybe. Why do you call it a halo jump? Is it the mask that you have to wear for it? Is it because of how high up it is? Is it because of Halo's a good video game? Where is it? No, it's just why we're naked. We're getting naked. Oh. Not what I was expecting to see. Food? Food? Oh right, the game volume is as loud as can be. That's unfortunate. Food? Mask olive drab. So that's like our amount of camouflage that we have. We still don't have a crouch walk, so that only comes in Solid 5, huh? Alright. We have a map. Alright. Seems like the controls are going to be similar to... Interesting. Also, unfortunately, fake teeth like these were never real. Actually, I think there was no, fake teeth were real, but like cyanide teeth and stuff like that, that was never real. I think there was real designs for fake teeth that contained like cartridges for like information or something. Okay. Right now, it feels a lot like just Metal Gear Solid 2. Though something I've just noticed, for some reason, it's taken me this long to realize it, we have free camera control. Oh, hello.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Major.
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
Yeah.
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
Good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Oh, okay then. What was the point of that? Kojima, what was the point of that, man? That's just to conceal his face from the rest of the crew for some reason? Alright. Yeah, for a minute I was very confused because I had seen that we were just regular Snake from the remake promotional material.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a
You
sneaky
fucker.
mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words,
As he said,
weapons and
kept you
equipment
waiting
are
hard in
secure on
every
site.
game. He said it in Metal
That
Gear
goes
Solid
for
2 as
food
well.
You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press
Oh
the action
god, we're
button.
gonna fucking Vietnam people.
I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you.
What's the
You need to talk to
0204
me,
mean?
use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Oh, the codec has a way bigger range now. In Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, you had 140 and 141. Now you have 140 to 150. Interesting. I forget, was it 141.85 or was it 140.85? It was 140.85. What am I doing?
Snake, first you need to find that backpack you lost
Now,
on
this
the
is
way down.
not for Colonel, is it? This is a
Your
different
backpack
guy.
got caught on a tree
What
to the
happened to
north.
Colonel after
Try
Metal
heading
Gear
in
Solid
that
1?
direction.
Are we not going to find that out? I'm tempted to just Google it. If it's a spoiler, I don't want to know. But like the fact it went completely unaddressed, that's the thing. Like they didn't. Snake seemed completely unfazed by the fact Raiden was talking to a fake Colonel. We didn't ask, hey, where the fuck's the real one? Major Tom. Oh my fucking god, they did it. They finally fucking did it. We finally actually have a list of like who you can contact. Thank you, Kojima. Fucking godsend. Already taken like 10 clips. Oh yeah, in Metal Gear Solid 2, we did not have free camera. This is the first time we have a free camera as well. Do we really have to hunt for food to not die? I thought you said this mission is supposed to take like 4 hours. Sure, Snake can survive how long? He's just that much of a
I
fucking
see
fat
you've
ass.
retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire.
Fuck.
Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger-happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I actually really
I have
like
to
the
find my own
suppressor
weapons and
economy
equipment?
being a thing.
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily wastes. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word.
I have a feeling it's
There'll
not
be
going to
no
work
rescue
out
if
that
you're
way.
captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule.
Yeah, sorry,
Take it to
Kojima,
your
but that's
body
not
so you
real.
can take it when
Never
you need.
existed.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data.
Why have you made it more difficult to save?
Send a message over
Okay,
the
never mind.
reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you?
Okay.
A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years
Hold up.
has it been?
Wait.
Boss?
Hold up, boss.
That's right.
All the
It's me.
wildlife just went silent. That's not right.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings.
I'm just going to
about
call
your
it immediately.
comrades
She's
is one
with
of
the
the worst
Patriot.
sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield, and politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the
Also, I'm just thinking
president and the top
timeline-wise,
brass.
Ocelot
I'm ready
is
to die for
alive
them
at
if
this point, isn't he?
necessary.
The president and the
He's
top
pretty
brass
old.
won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders
Also,
of the
wow, we
country.
just getting right
So
into
there's no
it.
such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The
I'll
enemies
be
we
honest, I'm
fight
not a fan
are
of this
only
codec
enemies
UI
in
just because we
relative
don't get
terms,
Snake's face on, right?
constantly
We just get
changing
like
with
a
times.
faded background image. I'm not a
As
fan of
long
it.
as
I
we
don't think
have
it looks as good.
loyalty to the end, there's no point
Also,
in
there's no
believing
facial
in
animation on
anything,
codec.
even in those we love.
I suppose that
That's
fits
the
with,
way
the
soldiers
time
supposed to
period,
think.
but
The
it's
only thing we can believe in with absolute
that's taken a
certainty
lot away
is
from
the
codec
mission,
conversations.
All right, but do me a favor.
Codec conversations
What
work
is it?
because
Call
the
me
facial
Snake.
animation is actually good.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
Now
That's right.
we've
The
basically
legendary
completely
unit
lost
that
those.
The boss put together during World War II was a snake, the Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive?
Yeah, she's
Snake,
dead. She's dead
you
as
are
shit.
always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you.
I'm sorry, I
remember.
don't know what Green
After
Beret
all,
is.
this
I've heard
is
that
your
term so
first
many times.
actual
I don't know what
survival
it is.
mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
In Metal Gear Solid 2, if you punched whilst you had a gun in your hand, you dealt more damage. Is that still true? I haven't actually looked at the manual. We have a directional microphone. It's default, okay. Quite good. I assume we're going to get a replacement suppressor at some point. That just fucking makes sense. I'll be honest, Snake. This CQC, that does not look impressive. Alright. Cure. That's a bad sign. Is this limited? Like, is there a limit to what I can use? It's unfortunate right here, but yeah, this is not just a cosmetic thing, it's a real thing. In Metal Gear Solid 5, you can, the moment you unlock the sneaking suit, you then basically have full cosmetic freedom at that point in the game. If you like the camouflage suits, you can use them, but if you like the sneaking suit, you can use the sneaking suit. The sneaking suit is the best suit in the game. It is better than all the other ones. It does give you more stealth capabilities, but like the camo suits work just as fine. I think it works. Here we go. So we're all camoed up. Look around. We're totally invisible. Camouflage index of over 90%. My dog is freaking out. Koda, are you having a nightmare, mister? You okay? Oh dear. Right, and let's just save immediately, because we always do that.
Saving the game, Snake?
No mailing. Okay, hold up. Koda. Hey, mister.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a
Snake,
movie.
you uncultured
haven't
swine.
seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and
Was
goes
it
on a
that
rampage
new at the
to kill
time? Oh
Nuclear
dear.
test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
Godzilla
It's
Minus
just
One is
make-believe.
fucking brilliant, by the way.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie,
What? Wait,
not
what?
a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all
Did I
weapons,
miss something
and
there?
humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the
Fucking
magic of movies.
Based Kojima.
Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
I like this woman. Alright, we got a good saving woman. It's not funny. It's always a female character, actually, now you think about it. Oh. Hello. Right. What was it to... Great. Snake G. Capture any animal alive. Right, so now that I have this in my backpack, can it just like fucking wake up and bite my ass, or is that safe? Now I want to look around. Oh, I can see myself getting addicted to fucking hunting shit. Controls are crawling a little bit funky. Oh, there's... Yep. Oh my god, there's snakes everywhere. Right, so what's the benefit of capturing alive? So I suppose there would be one, since it's hard. Since it's harder to do than otherwise. Alright, let's actually start the mission. I suppose this is north. I was about to say, why don't we give us a compass? When I realised, you know, Snake's probably a little bit better at being able to tell from the sun than I am. Hello. If some fucking snake like jumps up at me from the grass, I'm gonna be fucking raging. Oh fuck! I actually scared myself. I fucking I didn't realise we had the dodge roll. Okay, we have a dodge roll again. Actually seems really effective actually for now. Look at that, like, that's really fast. And it's also a proper dodge roll, we actually slow down afterwards. Whereas of course in Metal Gear Solid 2 you really should just roll and dash everywhere. There's no reason not to. What the fuck? What do I do with a crocodile? There's crocodiles everywhere. What do I do?
Do you want to save?
Yes, actually, I'm a little bit scared. Like, sure, I can take down 5 Metal Gear Rays in a row. Can I take down a fucking
Snake,
crocodile row?
do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Don't push your luck.
Never heard of it.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim.
Is this talking about classic horror
sneaks up
monsters?
on her
I
from
think I have heard
underwater.
of it.
Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
It came from my...
How rude!
I've heard of that as well, haven't I?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Snake, oh my
Fine.
god.
I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim, either.
Are you calling me a fishman?
You started it.
I like woman. I mean, we don't know her name. What do I do with these crocodiles? Can I just like click these in it? Yeah, auto goes to them. Thank you,
Camouflage is an
Kojima.
indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the start button to...
Right. I'm glad that it doesn't seem like the camouflage materials are limited, even though logically it makes sense that they would be. But I'm glad they have that much mercy at least.
I see you've captured a giant anaconda. The giant anaconda is believed to be the largest snake in the world in terms of weight and diameter. It's not poisonous, but its large size makes it extremely powerful. They say it even eats crocodiles. Its only natural predator is man.
And snake.
And snake.
Got it. So how does it taste?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Glad I didn't disappoint you. So?
Well, the guide says it tastes all right.
Good. I'll have to try some.
Snake, be careful of that swamp.
What's dangerous about it?
The fucking
It's a
crocodile
bottomless
snake?
swamp.
A bottomless swamp.
Yes. The mud in that swamp is highly viscous. It will stick to your body like tar. It will be impossible for you to swim. If you get swallowed by the bottomless swamp, you won't be able to escape on your own. Once you sink down to about head level, you'll be trapped for good. Make sure you get out before that happens.
So, I have to make sure I don't sink too far. Got it.
Snake, wait.
There's more.
Yes.
What?
Crocodiles.
Crocodiles?
Yes.
Crocodiles. Like the reptile.
That's correct. More accurately, they're Indian gavials.
What are crocs doing deep in this forest?
You'll have to ask Paramedic about that one. Paramedic?
Yes. The Indian gavial is a crocodile that originally lived in freshwater regions in India and Nepal.
Why are Indian crocodiles way out here?
There are
It's
captive
okay.
crocodiles that were brought here for research purposes but escaped and became wild again. Indian gavials are large creatures. Adult males grow to over 6 meters in length. You'll never catch one alive, even if you use the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So, how do they...
Taste? Yes, I did look into that. You know what they always say. Tastes like chicken.
Sounds delicious.
But be careful when capturing an Indian gavial. Normally they're cowardly creatures, but the ones in the forest there are belligerent. Apparently they attack humans.
What do you mean?
They weren't the direct subject of any serious research, but some think they may have become violent as a side effect of the atomic research that was conducted nearby.
Right. So we have confirmation of crocodiles will fuck us up. And we can sink down here. There's so fucking many of them. Does my camouflage fool animals as well? Oh. Bug juice? Fuck me. Fucking snake sneaking past a goddamn crocodile. What the fuck? There's no way I can fucking... Snake? There's no way I can sneak over this. Oh, I'm scared as fuck. I was not expecting fucking crocodiles. I knew we were in the jungle. I was not expecting fucking crocodiles. Do I not have a sonar? Consumes battery. Fuck you. Oh, so this is interesting. When the fuck would we actually want to use this? I want to see if there's an item over there. There is. Snake. Oh my god. They actually don't give you a lot of time in that mud. I thought they'd be a little bit more generous. No, they're fucking... You have to go for it. SP Mark 20... Suppressor. Suppressor, we got a suppressor. Oh, there doesn't seem to be anything in it. I do know, they said in a remake they want to like make it so every single shot you take leaves like a little lasting effect on you. Which is funky. What's this now? I'm wondering, does that regenerate our health as well? Or does our health regenerate over time so long as we... Are we playing Minecraft now? Basically. That's what it sounds like to me. We're basically playing Minecraft. Okay.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
That's really cool that you have an
Your
option to like
presence in
look
Soviet
first-person view
territory
during
is already a
cutscenes.
violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting.
Alright, so I'm gonna assume that when they say don't be seen, they mean it much more seriously than previous games. Because yeah, they're right, me being seen, me simply being seen and the soldier living to tell a tale will result in a fucking international incident. But I have a feeling that's just gonna happen anyway as part of the plot, so... Okay, and then we just fucking received a sniper rifle. Right, so now that's not in our inventory, so we have to take it out from a backpack? Also, 101 bullets. How do I aim? Okay. 101 sniper bullets already, what the fuck? Okay, I wasn't expecting him to come by here. So, am I correct in thinking it would also be bad if I even tried to take them out? Also, they forced me to first-person view and crawling as well, that's mean. Don't know how climbing actually really benefits me. Stun grenade. Thanks for just leaving this lying around, lads. Am I going insane? What? What is this? I have a feeling it's a collectible I can shoot, but quite frankly, I don't know if I want to waste the suppressor durability. So I'm not going to. Thermal goggles. Consumes fucking batteries. So we need to find batteries now.
Huh? What was that?
Nothing here.
Also, big up these Russians for speaking English for us. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of them. There's still the third guy hanging around. Also, I should have pointed this out before this point. No Soliton radar. That feels like something very significant I should have noticed by now. Can I pick up these mushrooms? I mean, they're just here. They're sticking out like a sore thumb. I feel like I should be able to do something with this. But I'm pressing buttons and nothing's happening. Alright, let's just leave this guy to his devices. Oh, fuck. Oh. So, can I trank a guy and just run past where he was without any problems, though? And he'll just assume he passed out? And he won't assume he just passed out because he'll find a trank dart in his neck. There is no way we're going this whole mission without being discovered. I'm sorry, but I know Metal Gear plot. That's not gonna happen. I wonder how exactly they programmed the camouflage. Oh, that little goofy grin on Snake there. You silly boy. Right. Do I still need to equip for Trank, though? Via... Suppressor, I mean. What if I, like, stood really far back and used a sniper? No. Let's play it safe for now. Let's use the suppressor. Is that the suppressor's duration? 14. Okay, so the suppressor gets 14 bullets. Or 14 shots. I thought it was a beehive we were shooting down. I thought we were gonna let it down on top of him. Or did I shoot down the wrong thing? I might have shot down the wrong thing. There's another thing up there as well. Okay, so that's definitely a collectible. I'm sorry, I just don't care, right? As a point of I'll point them out, each one that exists. I'll point all of them out, but I won't get them. Generally, in Solid 5, I don't put the... Yeah, okay. Generally, in Solid 5, I do not equip the suppressors by default. Beekeeper. Use bees to harass an enemy. Fruit? Ointment? You can eat a fucking hornet's nest? That's gross, Snake. Not gonna, that's really gross. More fucking mushrooms. Okay. Right. Not gonna bother going back for those mushrooms. I'm sure it's fine. Ooh. And we got more Penziman. And we also we already have an assault rifle, which is actually kind of crazy. We never got an assault rifle this early in any of the games before. Also, you can put a suppressor on it. That's a pretty damn early assault rifle, and that scares me. It's also surprisingly easy to miss, I feel like. Good to have, right? Maybe we should just run around with our knife out.
Who's that?
What do we do? This is what we do. Snake is dead. Alright, first death is interesting. Right, now we're back here. Missed, apparently. Shot him once, right? Let's see. And he only falls over. Cool. That's not what I wanted to happen, so... Somehow we missed that. Did you save my hunger loss from last time? And also, apparently I can't tell the difference between a beehive and a fucking apple. Right, so we need to be mindful of the fact that they will bundle up at the end here. I think they spawn. I think Kojima deliberately did a mean thing and had them spawn in like the moment I went around. Snake. Snake. Oh my fucking god. That wasn't even me. That wasn't even me. God damn it, Snake. At this point, like, this is 2008 now, so Retro Fucky Wucky has less excuses now to me. But honestly, at this point, it's become part of a charm.
Huh? I hear something. hear something.
Are we not harassing him? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nothing here. Huh? Who's that?
That guy will have an interesting story to tell. That's a funny music cue.
Huh? I hear something. Huh?
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened there. Snake just didn't want to fucking cling to the wall. Also, remind us, so this game, I think it came out in 2008, which is the year after Halo 3. Again, just to put things in perspective. Metal Gear Solid 2 came out 2 months after Halo 1, I think. I don't remember if I went over this when playing Metal Gear Solid 2, but I do feel like, in retrospect, Halo is less impressive. I think, like, Halo 2 came out in 2004, and it was still to this day notorious for the boss fights being really finicky in it. Then Metal Gear Solid 2 came out in 2001 and just did everything way better.
You want to save?
I'm also wondering, at this point, do they save my position as well? Or is it still like the other two games where they just like put me back at the start of the room?
Snake, have you heard of It Came from Outer Space?
Yeah, you told me already.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start replacing the townspeople with clones and forcing them to help repair the ship. The 3D effects were quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you, it makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago?
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want.
Oh,
It'll be
God.
like having a movie theater in your own home.
Oh, no.
It's like if
Oh,
you had
no,
a
it
record with
was in
movie effects onto it
1964.
instead of
Oh,
music.
no.
It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the characters yourself.
Sounds like magic.
It'll happen. Make sure you stay alive to see it, Snake.
Oh, God. Does he? Yeah, he's going to live long enough. We can actually, yeah, we can. Big Boss, I'm pretty sure, will live long enough to see video games become a thing. So they're about to come around this corner, right? Like the moment I turn around here. Yep. Yep. That is so mean, Kojima. That is so mean. That is so mean. That's specifically designed just to fuck you up right at the last second of this room. Don't pull shit like that again, please. So what if I killed this guy and then just like threw him off into a river? Did I do that? So I kind of want to do that. My psychopathic tendencies are kicking in again. Can't play a Metal Gear game for long without them trying to break free. I was about to say, now we don't have a Soliton radar, we also don't have a clean indicator of their field of view. Something else I just realised, security cameras. Do security cameras exist at this time in history? That's actually, I think, a really good question. So, like, even today, security cameras are still really fucking low-quality video for some reason. Because of various reasons. You know, there are cameras on every fucking second of every day, you know, there's a lot of challenges to come out with that. Would they have had them back in the day?
This place is a dump.
Let's do it again. What happens if you don't watch?
Sokolov from here.
It's just nothing.
The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No,
Why
it's just
we
that
having that
when you
camera
get
angle?
to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Wouldn't it be funny if they did the whole, hey, let's repeat the plot of Metal Gear Solid 1 again? But this time as a prequel. Make it so fucking Metal Gear Solid 1 is a canon event. Just for some reason, across the universe, Metal Gear Solid 1 always happens. Just whenever something important in the world happens, it happens in the form of Metal Gear Solid 1. I really want things like... I also need to experiment, see what I can get away with. I don't want to read a manual for once, actually. I want to figure things out kind of a little bit more naturally. Obviously, we have zero camouflage in it. I am not going to, like, adjust my camouflage every single time I enter a new area like this. That's just fucking obnoxious. A fucking shotgun? Okay. Snake. Come on, buddies. Turn around. Now, can I put a silencer on the shotgun? Don't know where that guy went.
Who's that? What's going on?
Motherfuck. Just kill me. How'd he see me? Was it even him that saw me? So, wow, we have a lot of health, and there's a lot of guys. I should maybe gather more intel. Is he, where is he? Probably in there.
Snake, do you read? Snake!
Major.
Snake, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You're far from okay. Look at your life gauge. You're on your last leg.
No, I can still...
See?
Snake, this is a solo sneaking mission. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Huh?
It means there's no backup, no cavalry. If you're taken out, nobody is there to take your place. pull out for now and recuperate.
Find a hiding place and get some rest. Your life gauge will gradually recover with time. But the speed of your life gauge recovery depends on the level of your stamina gauge. So get plenty to eat, then get some rest. You hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Alright, thanks for telling me that, but I'm not going to do that. Hold on, I'm going to go sicko mode on one of you. Keep waiting. Oh, fuck. That's how Snake dies. Righty, so let's be wary of that guy in particular. Also, let's keep an eye out for beehives in the trees. The fact I'm not getting a game over the moment I get found suggests to me I'm probably being a little bit paranoid. Before he even turns this way. Who? Who? No, who? Who saw me? Who the fuck saw me? I'm gonna start killing people. Med. Go, jump up. Oh, the shotgun's not equipped, of course. Come on, jump up. How can I look down scope? How do I look down scope? Oh. Why is it L1? I do want to experiment a little bit before we die here. Snake with a shotgun, baby. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Oh, that sounds nice. Alright, kill me. Also, these guys do not have a lot of health. And we have quite a lot. Can you hurry up and put me down? Right. I am thinking I'm gonna start looking to actually... I'm gonna assume I can strangle people just like the previous games. And so, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to strangle this guy on the left here. But I don't even know who it was that's playing me. It might have been the fact that he might have just like turned around at the worst possible moment. Okay. How do I look up the manual? Game, where's the manual? Where is a manual, game? It was on the menu. Where's the manual? Yes. One-handed hanging? That's sexy. Stalk behind an enemy to get close enough to start CQC. Tilt L close to the enemy and press circle to throw him down and knock him out. Stalk behind an enemy to get close enough to start CQC. Hold down circle without touching L to restrain the enemy from behind. If you press square, you will kill the restrained enemy. Right, it seems we actually have all of the interrogation stuff of Phantom Pain here. It's just in the manual. Alright, so the knock, if the press is basically just to, if we're in a hurry. Otherwise, we want to restrain. Hold down circle without touching left stick. So basically, it's the same as it's always been, but now it's hold down. It's circle now. It's circle instead of right.
Radio, get us some backup.
Right, I was just punching. This is Stalk, okay. I hope I don't have to use this. I don't feel like using the D-pad. I have to use the D-pad to do it. I'm not a fan of using the D-pad like this. With the way the PlayStation 5 D-pad is designed, it is not designed for continuous presses. It's designed for one and done press. And even then, it sometimes fucks it up. Which can make Genshin really annoying to play. Also, I am absolutely considering going back to Metal Gear Solid 5 after this as well. And I forgot to do this earlier. Let me check really quick. I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to this. If I just type in Metal Gear. Oh no, my fucking keyboard's broken. That's brilliant. Metal Gear Survive. Has anyone played that? I'm pretty sure everyone says it's fucking awful. You cannot get Metal Gear Rising on PlayStation 5 for some reason. Why? Don't know. Which is weird, because, like, quite frankly, I would say in modern day, Metal Gear Rising is actually the most popular Metal Gear. I feel like right now it's actually more popular than any of the other ones. Because the hack and slash gameplay has mass appeal. We can treat this as a little tutorial though, so I'm alright with dying.
Huh?
Okay. Well, that happened. Okay, so we have to stalk, otherwise they'll hear us. Which is unfortunate. Alright, not a fan of these controls, I'll be honest. It should have stayed as what it was before. What it was before, quite frankly, felt better. Can I... There you go. Dead. Because you are otherwise going to get up in probably a minute and fight my ass. Good. And you, my arch nemesis. Alright, let's try to get this right this time. I don't get why I made it circle now instead of square. Square made sense. We move back? Alright, I don't remember what buttons were though.
Speak.
Speak.
My stuff on the stairs.
Okay. And if we continue to hold that down, we could break their neck. And we can still drag bodies. Okay, good. Do I kill this guy? He killed me a couple times whilst I was practicing here. Should I kill him? I've killed all his friends already as well. Maybe we should spare him a survivor's guilt, you know? You know, let's put him with his friend, actually, yeah. Here's your friend's corpse right here. I just stabbed him to death. Actually, no, he saw me, so I kicked him a bunch of times when he got knocked out, just like you did. Okay, you still loot bodies the same way. Cool, good to know. Thanks for teaching me things, man. There you go. Go join him in hell. Bye-bye. And now I'll go pick up a shotgun. Alright, bit over. A good clip for Instagram. If I get seen now, man. Right. I don't know why I thought I put this into my inventory. Stun grenade. Alright, so yeah, so the sneak thing, we'll have to get used to it. And you have to do that with D-pad. It's not like, oh, put a very light input on the left stick. No, you have to use D-pad for that. The whole, Right, how do we do this?
radio man must.
Bastard. So he said something about Radio Man getting killed, didn't he? Interesting. So that must have been the guy who spotted us last time. Whoever the fuck he was. I'm also now thinking we should start eating some stuff. Bullet. By chance, you guys drop food? Small bullet. Also, clearly, that's there's no more guys here, so we're fine. So let's eat some food now. Snake eater. Eats a snake of any type. Alright. That gave us a lot. Quite frankly, more than I was expecting. I was thinking it'd be 1 bar. That gave us like 2. Did we kill the snake that was over here then? Chaff grenade. Uh-oh, if we have a chaff grenade, that means there's things to chaff. So maybe there will be security cameras. I can't open these. Some kind of medkit. Fella duders, what, over here? In there, yeah. Right, Snake, you feel like eating that? What's it, mister? Go to sleep. What are you doing? Go to sleep. Sleep, boy. Go to sleep, go down. What are you doing? You haven't eaten some of the treat I gave you either. Bastard. Alright, of course, you know how I am. I'm gonna kill and eat every single animal there is. If there's an animal, I'm coming for it. I will hoard everything. Can I take your acoustic? Also, what? Snake Eater was a very James Bond title, wasn't it? So I need to figure out dinner for myself at some point. It's already past dinner time. Like, do I want to get McDonald's? I'm so fucking pissed. McDonald's won't reduce their prices back down, man. It's so annoying. We are now 2 hours into a stream already, apparently. What the fuck?
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the Army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come.
I think my dog needs to go outside.
You must get me out of here before then.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, calm down. Calm down. Cutscene. No, no. I don't need attention. I don't need looks.
By the way,
okay, thank you.
Your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I haven't said nanomachines yet. Are we not using
there was no
nanomachines
other
yet?
way.
Technology
but no
might
one will
not,
know we were
not
involved.
that far ahead yet.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Please don't throw me into a boss fight right after this. I'm gonna have to pause for a while.
Freeze!
Alright, Snake, what are we doing there?
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
No fucking way.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Alright, how am I supposed to interpret this? He has the same skills as Ocelot. He has the same vague dress as Ocelot. He's named Ocelot Commander, or whatever it was he said. Is this
I can't say
Ocelot?
it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
He sounds completely different.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Kojima? Okay.
GRU operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Young Guns submit Ocelot. Oh, are we going to do a trophy check? Trophy check time? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 8 hidden trophies, and we just got one of them. So we can say we're 1/9 of the way through the game at this point. Now... Oh, no, they don't have plot armor. Okay, really good. I'm sure Ocelot won't mind me killing all his friends. Now, about Ocelot himself.
You want to save? Hold on a sec.
Hour 49. Forbidden Planet. I hate how if you press the skip button once, it doesn't resume a conversation for the rest of the thing. Maybe there's some way to make it do it, but... Right, Problem solved, series over. Created Ocelot time paradox. Ocelot is dead. Okay?
Snake, what have you done? You changed the future. You've created a time paradox.
Was that a colonel? Time paradox. Okay. And that's why I saved immediately beforehand. Actually, yeah, speaking about, okay, yeah, I'm going to go take my dog outside and give him some food. I'll be back. Hopefully not too... And then we'll continue off that save I just made. Alright, I tried to take the dog outside, but our back door has a problem with the lock, and by problem with the lock, I mean it doesn't fucking work. Or the key doesn't work. We don't know what the problem is, the key or the lock. It's probably both. So I couldn't unlock the door, so the dog might now be... He's not complaining about needing to go out for a piss, so he doesn't need him that badly or anything, but now I feel bad. I tried that for a solid like 15 minutes. How long have I been? I've been gone for a while. I was on that door trying to get it open for I think 15 solid minutes. Didn't happen, and I figure after 15 minutes it's probably not going to happen, so I'll just wait until I should have other people getting home in a couple hours, and so then hopefully they'll be able to unlock the door, let them out. But I've ordered my dinner from McDonald's, because I have no self-restraint. It's been a while since I had one, so... Koto, why are you kicking me? I know you're trying to go to sleep, but come on, be mindful of me. However, my dinner should be arriving in like 20 minutes. So we can't get much further. But let's just see what we can do. Takes quite a lot of slashes to kill them, doesn't it? So this really is Ocelot. It's not what I was expecting from him, really. Because I know from Metal Gear Solid 5 that he's allied with Boss, isn't right? Was he a double agent or something in Metal Gear Solid 5 and I just don't remember it or something? Snake. Please, come on. Okay, fine.
Snake, stay alert. The KGB and GRU both have their sights set on Sokolov. GRU is a military espionage outfit.
Yeah, that's not nanomachines, it's just like a regular radio. Something I've been wondering, I've never actually said it, of course, with nanomachines, do they pause time? Are they no longer physically speaking? Because of course it happens in the middle of boss battles, happens when two characters are 3 feet away from each other. So are the nanomachines effectively almost basically telepathy? So it seems that way, but... You know, that would also be pretty fucking crazy.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished!
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die.
When do they start referring to World War One, World War Two as World Wars? Of course, World War One was a great war for a while.
Quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
There's a lot of stuff you don't learn in school about World War One, World War Two, which is quite surprising, especially for England, since our role in both wars is somewhat significant. But I'd also everyone's role in all wars is quite significant. Now, I was thinking, I was actually going to say, I was going to come back to a stream and actually cancel it and say, no worries, boss, I'll just stop talking for a moment. Is that boss? Yeah. Why do you look like Skylar White?
Boss?
Still aiming.
Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
Oh my god. Alright, well here's our fucking bosses. Is that another fucking vampire?
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Welcome back.
Oh my god, that's the guy!
Now that all 5 of us are together,
I know you.
it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
That's the guy where if you just turn the game off and wait a couple days when he dies.
It's raining blood.
I'm tempted to do that.
Is he crying?
I'll leave a save point like right before it or something. I imagine that's probably a trophy. The game probably gives you a trophy for it, so I'll do that.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
What the fuck is happening? Like, he's gone batshit crazy very fast. Now, this is record time for Kojima.
Joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Oh.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
I was not expecting this. She's just a villain. They didn't even try to pretend she was a good guy. The first scene where we meet her, she's just a villain. Oh.
He's seen my face.
Unfortunately for you, I know he's in the sequels. Like, 3 of them? Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain, that's 2. And then, presumably, Metal Gear Solid 4. Oh my god, is he Wolverine? As well as fucking Lift reviving.
He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice.
Oh, it's just bullets between his knuckles.
Jack, you can't come with us.
That's why you're offering your hand. Not great.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
I was not expecting that. I was thinking she would be like a twist bad guy. But no, she's just bad. Her first on-screen appearance, she's bad. Please don't give me an hour-long cutscene for a game, because my thing's here in about 10 minutes. There's no way I'm streaming afterwards, because I got a big meal. It's probably going to put me to sleep. Oh no, we're bleeding.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Why did she
Okay,
choose
here we go.
now to... Oh, because Sokolov.
First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment.
Oh. Oh,
Move
dear.
the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Am I going to have to remember that? That's a lot to remember. Cure wounds or disease. Does this just automatically highlight every problem I have for me then? Okay. She's not going to help me, like, tell me exactly what to do step by step again. Right, bleeding. Oh, God. Okay, so it is bleeding, no bandage applied, not yet disinfected. Right, so this will stop it from bleeding? Should I use this? This sounds the most right. Uh, Removing leeches. Oh, no. Oh, no. And I can see now why there's that whole mechanic in Remake of, like, every injury you take is gonna stick with you. Well, my dinner's, like, a little bit down the road now. We're probably not even be able to finish this process before. Okay, bleeding, no bandage, not disinfected. It's still bleeding. Okay, let me watch the clip again. So I clipped that. Right, my dinner has arrived, so I thought she said what we had to do with it. Before I watched the whole clip and she didn't say it. I took a whole 1 minute clip after all of that. Okay, I'll jump back up, come on. Jump up, come on. Open survival viewer. Select cure. Okay, I'm gonna have to clip the last 15 minutes and go through a whole thing to find what she said to do with it. It was after that? I clipped after she said it. It wasn't going. What the fuck? Disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures, styptic, bandages. Oh, this is just disinfect. Okay. Okay, no mind. Okay, I was overcomplicating it a little bit. Okay. Disinfect. Styptic. Suture. Bandage. Disinfect. Styptic. Suture. Bandage. Okay, what was it for treating the bone? Was it splint and bandage? Secure with a fastener. Fastener bandages. Does it allow me to, like, waste something? I think I did waste, like, that cold medicine or whatever, so that's not great. Right. Disinfect, styptic, suture, bandage. Wow, okay, so getting shot is punishing in this game. That's way worse than Phantom Pain. In Phantom Pain, broken limbs and stuff do not become a problem after a while, and we don't consume any resources to fix. Hmm. Don't worry, Snake. I have chocolate milk.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
I have a feeling the reason why it's called Operation Snake Eater is actually because it's Boss. So the operation, from Boss's perspective, is now to eat the snake, which is us.
Shagohod.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Right, Snake just got fucking nuked. How's that fallout gonna go for us? Oh my god. Snake, I would wait till you are in radiation zone. We need to move, otherwise we're gonna die. Oh? Alright.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life.
This is very cool. This absolutely seems like Bond inspired. But unfortunately, I'm ending stream immediately after this. So we're getting the epic intro. And I'm just gonna save and quit immediately after this is done. For some reason, I think I pressed mute and right trigger at the same time, and it muted all audio. It muted my mic and it muted the game. I don't know how else. Either way, I just missed a little bit.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack. It's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then? The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the Boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
I must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance, too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lulelo.
Lali
Fuck.
Lulelo.
The Patriots are around. Okay.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Obviously, I was wrong in my yapping about Snake Eater. Do we keep any of the stuff we got at the start? Nope. Right. But we have more resources. Cool. Right, real quick. Alright. I've already actually almost finished my dinner. Sigint.
Yo, you're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I
heard
regret
that
calling
you're
you
an
already.
expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Ah.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you.
Huh.
Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there.
Huh?
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
I like how, despite the fact he's, a completely different person in actuality, Big Boss really is literally just like all the other snakes.
Good luck, Snake.
Thanks.
Not all the other snakes, he's just like Solid. I was hoping maybe I'd feel good enough to continue. Maybe I will, quite frankly. But by the time I will, it will already be really late. It's already 8:30. So I started the stream pretty late. So I probably am just going to stop here for the night. So far I like this. We've actually got the same thing which happened at Star Metal Gear Solid 2, where we have a fake out mission. And we almost die. To then pick up on real plot later. So that's funny. Yeah, I suppose we'll just see where the rest of the game goes. I'm excited to see the rest of it. I don't know how I feel about this healing system, though. I'll be honest. I'm a little bit afraid that every time you get shot, you're going to have to repair fucking 50 limbs, and that could be really annoying. So we'll have to see how they handle it. Also, where the fuck do I actually close the game? Very good. Alright. But I like this so far, this is good. But I will say, I'm not a fan of when they just say, oh yeah, the boss is a legend. It's similar to how they say Solid Snake is a legend, but the thing is, it's kind of more acceptable for him because you play as him. And so you will quickly establish yourself, your own skills and stuff. Yeah, when they just say, oh yeah, the boss is a legend, I don't know, I don't have any attachment to that. You need to tell me how she was a legend, what she actually did. They just said, oh yeah, well, she helped us win World War II. That's not enough, really. Yeah, we'll see where all the characters go. I'm wondering what the big twist reveals are going to be. Because every Metal Gear has those. Literally, like every single